Greetings, comrades! This is Unforgiving Caleb, back with another MechWarrior Online video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I figured I'd do it now because February's free mech is the Kodiak KDK-3, and yeah, I already have one here because, well, I already have one of these. So I figured, you know what, since it's a free mech, I might as well show off a build that I like using. I haven't used a Kodiak that much because, well, it's no direwolf or annihilator, but it gets the job done, especially with these high-mounted ballistic hardpoints. And naturally, with this, I went with quad shotguns. Yes, the build I use a lot in the Annihilator, I also use in the Kodiak. 4 LB-10Xs, and plenty of ammo, and a standard engine 300. Because, honestly, when it comes to assault mechs, you know, speed is sort of important, but at the same time, so is armor and weapons. So you see, I got a lot of frontal armor for the torsos, as well as for the center torso. And, you know, quad shotguns is one of my favorite builds for, like, the Kodiak and the Annihilator. Because you can just rapid tap the LB-10Xs, and they don't generate that much heat. Even if you fire all 4 at once, they don't generate any ghost heat. You can fire as much as you want. And because they take a long time to reload, you never have to worry about overheating. Very, very fun build. Now, I do have to respect the skills because they changed since last time I used this mech was long before they changed up the skill tree. But usually ballistic builds, you don't focus too much on cooldown. You definitely want to focus on range because LB-10Xs, they don't have the best range ballistic weapons. But I definitely go for range. Before I had it kind of similar to my Annihilator build. I tried to focus on little kind of in between the cooldown, heat gen, and range. LB-10Xs don't generate that much heat, even if you fire all 4 at once. But if you want that little cushion, you can. So feel free to. What you do need, though, magazine capacity and LBX spreads. That way, all the shots aren't spreading everywhere, and you have a better chance of hitting your target. Velocity, really up to you. But what you really want to focus on, survival. Naturally, since you're an assault mech, enemies are going to be focusing on you. So you'll want to, you know, try to max out the survival tree. And don't worry about mobility, because all the mobility in the world is not going to help an assault mech. But don't want to focus on cooler and heat containment. Even if you don't focus on the cooldown on the firepower tree, heavy gun operations can also help. And pretty much usual hill climb, speed retention, and stuff like that. Sensors, not a huge deal here. You want to get target info, get every sensor range you can, but I tend to leave those out. I pretty much just run in an auxiliary. I don't mind too much of that. So I might as well respect this tree, because I forgot that they changed up the skill tree after the update a few years ago. But I think this build will do. Having a little bit of velocity kind of helps. But it's not super necessary. It's there if you want it, though. And yeah, I pretty much just go full blast on these. But you can chain fire them if you want. Because again, LB-10Xs, they don't generate that much heat, so it's not a huge deal. And I guess while we're here, I'm actually going to do a bonus build because, well, I haven't really played any MechWarrior Online last month, and that free mech there was the direwolf. It was the dwf-w variant. But I figured I might as well show off one of my favorite builds for the direwolf. Quad LB-5Xs. Now, this is for the W variant, but again, you can do this on any direwolf variant. Really, all you need are the direwolf B torsos and right arm, and the direwolf left arm, direwolf prime left arm, because you need all those ballistic hard points. If you look through the Omnipod section, you definitely want the B side torso, because they have 2 ballistic hard points as opposed to 1 on the S and W. And the right arm, definitely want either a B or a prime. They both have ballistic hard points. And the S is fine too. You can mix and match all you want, but you know, this is what I'm for. So just have at least one ballistic hard point on each arm, and 2 ballistic side torso hard points, and then you'll have plenty of ammo to spare. And a big one for this, yeah, I need to change this up too. Now, when it comes to the ultra autocans, they tend to generate quite a bit of heat, especially when you rapid fire those. And they reload pretty quickly unless they jam, which is why you need the enhanced UAC and rack nodes here. They won't jam as much, but they'll still jam if you're not careful. But when it comes to the LB10Xs, you'll want to focus on definitely range, but especially the heat gen and cooldown, because they do generate quite a bit of heat when you fire a lot at once. And naturally, go with the maximum survival tree. Don't worry about that. I went for maximum operations for this as well, because the Direwolf, not exactly the fastest mech out there. Then again, so are many other assault mechs. But, and no need for auxiliary sensor, I just put that there just for the heck of it. But, you know, firepower with UACs, you definitely want to focus on cooldown and heat gen. And, yeah, the cool run and heat containment, a must for this. It's kind of the opposite of my, yeah, it's the opposite of the Kodiak build. Whereas LB10Xs, they fire slowly and you have plenty of time to cool and you don't have to worry about overheating. This, you keep firing those UAC 5s, they're going to generate quite a bit of heat. And sometimes the jams might help a bit, so that way you're not firing as much, you won't have to worry about overheating. But at the same time, you're going to be down a weapon or two. Even with 6 UAC 5s, you keep rapid tapping those, you're still going to get a jam here and there. So look forward to that. And this isn't exactly how the tree was, but I'll roll with it. So I'm actually going to do 3 matches here, but I'm going to do... I can talk today. I'm going to do 2 with the Kodiak and 1 with the Direwolf. 6 UAC 5s. So let's go into the February mech and get at it. Alright, first matchup, we're in Canyon Network. Got our quad LB10X Kodiak. Let me set my actually, let me change up my fire groups real quick here. Another little rapid fire shotgun action. You can fire all 4 at once, which is my preferred method through the Annihilator. But here, since I'm a bit of a shorter target compared to the Annihilator, it's all about getting up close and rapid firing those LB10Xs. I'm going to show you that the LB10Xs don't generate that much heat. I want to be careful because even though I've got plenty of ammo, at the same time I don't want to waste it. Yeah, I'm surprised this is February's free mech. You're going to see a bunch of Care Bear builds. I mean, it makes sense. Valentine's Day's right around the corner.
Target spotted. Target acquired.
See, it chose a Kodiak of all mechs. But you know, it's big, it's lovable. You know, it's huggable. And, yeah, it's boomable once you get these boomsticks on it. That reminds me,
Scout here.
See, on my team at least, I don't see any hatchet men.
Negative.
That's the newest mech that was released.
Target acquired.
Scout here. Negative.
Now, the LB10Xs, they do have some range, but you're not going to be sniping with this. You're going to be getting somewhat close and letting the shotguns rip.
Behind coming.
New target acquired.
Okay, need to push.
New target acquired. Torso critical.
Those torso turns. I already lost one of my side torsos.
Torso critical damage. LB10 ammo destroyed. LB10 destroyed.
That's the thing about the Kodiak. The side torsos are pretty big. So even though you can get up close and personal, you want to pick your fights carefully. And be careful too, because if you lose both your side torsos, that's it. You're pretty much a defenseless Care Bear. Or Careless Bear in this case. See, I've already lost one of my side torsos, and I've lost half my firepower.
New target acquired.
And so who consider this mech the Atlas of the clans? It's, I wouldn't say I agree with that description. Yeah, it's big and bulky, but, the Atlas is kind of asymmetrical. And it's more versatile. It doesn't help that the Kodiak has pretty big hands. Well, I did weaken that Vapor Eagle a bit. Took quite a bit of damage, though. Definitely, definitely jumped the gun there. So let's go and try another match. Alright, well, we're waiting for the Kodiak to finish up. We're hopping into the Direwolf, the bonus mech for this video.
All systems nominal.
Showed off my 6 UAC 5s. Now, it helps to chain fire these babies. Because, you can, you know, do an alpha strike with them, but it's going to be so slow and sluggish. And yet, it feels slower than the Kodiak. But to the Direwolf's defense, it is an Omni-Mech. That's why it's so expensive. And that's definitely one of the reasons why I think last month's Free Mech event was one of the best. Because you get one of the most expensive mechs in the game for free. And you're probably wondering why is it so expensive? Well, it's an Omni-Mech. Basically, if you buy one, you pretty much bought them all. Because basically, for those who don't know, with Omni-Mechs, it is pretty much exclusive to clans for now. But there did exist Intersphere Omni-Mechs. But basically, you buy the base mech, and you can actually swap out the different components. They're Omnipods. You can swap out arms and torsos from different variants of that same mech. It's like, you get a Direwolf A, and as I showed before, you can swap out the side torsos for the Direwolf B. So now you have 2 different hard points now, instead of just one. Or vice versa. Something like that. That's why some of the clan mechs are expensive. They're Omni-Mechs. You bought one, you bought them all. Though if you must have one, maybe get one of the hero mechs. If you get an Omni-Mech, make it a hero mech, so that way you can take advantage of that 30% SIBO bonus.
New target.
And you do just about any build you want with it. Though if you do stick with the vanilla ones, pay attention to which pay attention to the center torsos of each one, because some variants have like specialized hardpoints. Like, let's say a few of these variants don't have any hardpoints, but this variant here has an energy hardpoint, which could be useful for a laser boat build. So you may want to get that. And especially with hero mechs,
Acquired.
you know, the ultraviolet is probably the variant of the Direwolf that I see the most, because of the quad ballistic hardpoints for the well, not quad ballistic, dual ballistic. Most of the Direwolf variants only have 1 ballistic per arm. The ultraviolet has 2 per arm. So you get the infamous 8 LB2X build, which I use a lot.
Target spotted.
And it's fun, if not practical, but you know. Okay. You definitely have a range advantage with the ultra auto cannons.
Warning, incoming missile.
And since there's 6 of them, if one jams, hey, you got 5 more.
Target
So you can still lay down quite a bit of firepower. Having the enhanced UAC rack nodes also helps.
New target acquired.
It won't help a lot, but it'll help. So you're spending less time jamming and more time shooting.
New target acquired.
I do enjoy spells. Not as much as the dual heavy Gauss Fafnir,
Acquired.
or even a quad shotgun annihilator, but
Target spotted.
this is a pretty powerful build if you know how to use it.
Need assistance.
New target acquired.
Number 6 UAC 5s. Directed, it can do a lot of damage.
New target acquired.
There we go. Then pop out.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Let them come out.
Target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
They don't know I'm here.
New target acquired.
Target
He
spotted.
probably does now.
Target spotted.
Yo, what's up?
Got a Centurion behind us.
See if I can bait him out.
Centurion's got a company now.
Where at?
We need to get out of Delta 6. There's too many over here.
Target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
New target acquired.
Okay, we might have to flank them.
Target acquired.
Let's see if we can sneak on this Orion here. You're the onion. Or the blood ass, that too. So another good unlucky and multiple ultra auto cancel jam on ya.
New target acquired.
But with the enhanced rack nose out, they might still jam, but they won't stay jammed for long. Okay.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
This is a Tory. See it, Kodiak too. So we can take out that arm.
Target spotted.
Oh god, they're all over here. Jesus. You don't get too trigger happy because even all that ammo,
New
you don't want to waste it.
acquired. Critical damage.
So maybe if you do this build, maybe
Critical damage.
trade a few of the weapons for energy weapons so you have some sort of defense. Decent amount of damage. I think I could have done better. Anyway, let's go and fire up that Kodiak again. Didn't we just do this map? Anyway, we're back in Canyon Network and we're back in the Kodiak.
Reactor.
Let's see if we fare a little better this time around.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So even though your ballistic car points are pretty much, you know, in line with your cockpit, I still wouldn't recommend peeking too much with this mech because you're a pretty wide target. And remember, your side torsos are pretty big. If you lose a side torso, there goes half of your firepower. Okay, we're gonna try something different this time. There's a dire wolf. Yeah, the C variant was one that was free last month. I had the W variant, and of course the ultraviolet, the hero mech.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Yeah, not as much range as the LB-10X is here, but you can at least lay down some suppressing fire. because it covers a wider area.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Just keep spotting enemies. Probably just let them try to let them come to us. See if we can give them this little choke point here. Death Valley. Hey look, graphic glitch. This still hasn't been fixed after all these years. I think the Cry engine's starting to show its age. Maybe that's why MechWarrior 5 is using Unreal Engine.
New target acquired.
Okay, Atlas. It's a crab.
Acquired.
Because it covers a wider area, you're more than likely to hit your target, though you won't be doing as much damage as, say, a regular AC or even Ultra Auto Cannon.
Atlas and Delta 3's almost.
Target spotted.
There's no other, there's a few at C4. Ah, Rifleman 2C, one of my least favorite mechs. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get a little flag. I do not like the Rifleman 2C. I was hyped for it when it was announced. And then when it came out, I wasn't a fan of how fragile it was. And how far those damn arms, see how far they stick out? I gotta stop. I might as well pick on that Rifleman 2C. Make him lose half his firepower. Doesn't even have to be direct fire. He peeks out just enough and he's gonna lose an arm. Honestly, this build with the quad LB-10Xs is definitely more effective against other assault mechs because they're wide targets too, so you're more than likely to hit, cover a wide area of damage. But in my personal opinion, I think the Annihilator is a better carrier for quad LB-10s. Simply because the Annihilator has more armor, thus can withstand a lot more punishment.
There's 2 mechs in D4, we could just turn on them. Now only have one LB-10.
Destroyed. LB-10 destroyed. LB-10 ammo destroyed. Heatsink destroyed.
I actually got a kill somehow. You know what? Kill me. I quote-unquote did better. Anyway, let's close this off. And there you have it. There's a few matches with the Kodiak, a bonus match with the Dire Wolf. And, yeah. Might not be the most practical build for this variant, but, still a lot of fun to have. Like, who doesn't want quad shotguns? But, yeah, Kodiak. Definitely a fun little mech to goof around with. I mean, it's no Atlas, but it still gets the job done. But yeah, the Kodiak 3, which is the free match to begin away. 4 ballistic and 4 energy. So, I think maybe for this, if you want a little backup weaponry, maybe swap out 2 of the LB-10Xs for some lasers. Because the energy hardpoints, I believe, are on the arms. And nice and symmetrical, too. But, just for those curious, the Kodiak 1, pretty fun little variant here with 9 energy hardpoints, 4 in each arm, and 1 in the center torso. So yeah, you may do a nice little laser vaunt build, or maybe a few ER-PPCs. Also 1 ballistic and 2 missile. Then we got the 2, which is, will pop out, 6 energy hardpoints, 1 ballistic, 1 missile. Okay. Oh, I forgot to check the quirks for this one. Yeah, ballistic cooldown minus 10%, missile cooldown minus 10%. Yeah, the Kodiak 3 Yeah, I'm not sure why they chose this version, because yeah, it has a little extra armor and 50% critical chance reduction on your part. So if you get hit, you're 50% less likely to get critted. But yeah, 4 ballistic, 4 energy. This has 2 LB20Xs. Maybe try that build, but it'd be more like a brawler build, since the LB20Xs have a lot less range than LB10Xs. So, you know, take that for what you will. And Kodiak 4. Okay, you got 2 ballistic, 4 energy, 2 missile, and an AMS. And missile spread, minus 10%, missile velocity, plus 10%. LRM spread, minus 5%. Okay, so it's going to be a LRM-centric variant, but who uses Kodiaks for LRMs? Who uses assaults in general for LRMs? Oh yeah, no skill scrubs that like doing inconsistent damage. And hard points. Oh Jesus, 11 energy hard points and 1 ballistic. That's a lot of energy. 5 per arm and 1 is high torso. So yeah, I guess if you want to go over laser vomit builds for the Kodiak, maybe this is the one to get. And of course, there's a Spirit Bear, the Hero Mech, 1 ballistic, 2 energy, 4 missile. I guess you put like ATMs on there and you might have some fun. And 25% critical chance reduction, so that's good. But yeah, this is the free mech variant, the Kodiak 3. Also the Champion version, which has a interesting loadout here. You have the XP bonus, same quirks, but 2 UAC 5s, 2 UAC 10s, and 4 ER mediums, and a targeting computer. That actually sounds like a pretty decent build there. Though I might go for 4 Ultra on Cannon 5 so I have more room for ammo. Because UACs, they eat through ammo pretty quickly. Anyway. That, comrades, is the, if I can get out of here. There we go. So yeah, there's a few matches of the Kodiak. Very terrible matches, but matches nonetheless. I just wanted to get a MechWarrior video out there and show off the free February mech here. And it's a decent mech if you build it right. Whether or not this build is right for you is up to you. So anyway, this is I'm Giving Caleb signing out. You have a good day.